There's something I need you to truly hear, and I want you to feel it fully right in your chest. Because right now, without even realizing it, a woman in your life may be sending you signals that are so subtle and so quietly powerful that you are walking past them every day without understanding what she is actually trying to offer you. Stop scrolling for a moment and really listen. If you have ever wondered whether a woman wants to open herself to you emotionally, mentally, and on a soul deep level, this is where you finally begin to understand the truth. Stay with me until the end because there is something important you absolutely need to hear before you make any move with her. And before we go deeper, take a second to subscribe and like so you never miss the kind of psychology most men never get access to. You are about to step into her inner world, the world she hides from almost every man, the place where her body language shifts without her permission, where her voice softens in ways she cannot control, and where her instincts quietly pull her toward you, even when she tries to hide it behind confidence, jokes, distance, or silence. Women do not always confess attraction directly. Most of the time, they reveal it through tiny openings in their emotional armor, through repeated patterns they secretly hope the right man will notice. And maybe, just maybe, you are that man. But no one ever showed you how to read what she is silently giving. A woman does not give herself easily. When she begins to do so, it is because something in you wakes something inside her. It might be safety, desire, respect, curiosity, or an unexplainable pull she cannot logically explain. And this is not about obvious physical signals. This is about a deeper energy she only shows to a man she trusts with her softer, more protected side. What you are about to learn may feel like someone finally turned on the light in a room you have been walking through in the dark for years. So pause for a moment, take a breath, let go of past confusion, let go of overthinking, let go of guessing whether she likes you or only sees you as another man who might eventually let her down. Let me guide you through the hidden currents of female psychology, the signals she hopes you will notice, the signs she gives quietly because she wants you to move closer, not step back. Stay right here because this is where clarity starts to form. She wants you closer, but she will almost never say that directly. Instead, she allows the truth to leak out through small behaviors, the kind she hopes you will recognize without forcing her to fully expose her heart. When a woman begins wanting to give herself to you emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually, her guard does not collapse all at once. It softens slowly, it bends, it flickers in small moments. Those flickers are what most men miss because they expect clear confessions, bold actions, or dramatic changes. But attraction at the psychological level does not announce itself. It whispers. It shows itself through instinct, not planning. Through reactions she does not fully understand herself. You will notice it in the way she listens to you with full attention, especially when she does not listen like that to others. You will feel it in the way her eyes stay on you just a second longer, not from pure desire, but from emotional interest. She begins to care about your opinions more than she thought she would. She brings you into conversations she never has with anyone else. Without realizing it, she starts matching your energy, your tone, your humor, your pace. That is not an accident. That is emotional alignment happening beneath her awareness. When a woman begins showing you the softer version of herself, the one she normally keeps guarded, that is one of the strongest signs of her hidden desire. Her voice may lower slightly when she speaks to you. Her facial expressions soften. She might touch or adjust her hair, not as a trick, but because her body wants to feel open instead of closed off. Even her breathing can change around you, becoming slower and calmer. These shifts do not come from strategy. They come from instinct. But here is what most men completely miss. When a woman wants to give herself to you, she becomes more aware of your emotional state. She notices when your mood changes. She remembers small details you mentioned only once. She checks in on you in subtle ways without labeling it as concern. She becomes emotionally invested. A woman only invests like this when she feels a man understands her, grounds her, and makes her feel safe. Another signal she struggles to hide is vulnerability. It often appears in unplanned moments. She may share a fear she rarely talks about. She may admit a mistake or reveal a dream she usually keeps buried. Vulnerability is her way of opening the door just slightly to see whether you will step closer or walk away without noticing. Sometimes the strongest sign that a woman wants to give herself to you shows up when she tries hardest to hide it. Her mind tells her to stay calm, to act normal, to protect her dignity, yet her behavior gives her away. Every time she becomes unusually aware of your presence, not in a nervous way but in a deeply tuned-in way. She notices when you enter a room, when your energy shifts, when your attention moves away from her, even if she pretends not to care. Her body language tells the truth she does not say out loud. Another quiet sign is how she reacts when your attention goes to someone else. She will not show obvious jealousy, especially if she is trying to keep control of her feelings, but you may notice small changes. Her voice softens or becomes quieter. Her mood drops slightly. She pulls back for a moment, not to punish you, but because something inside her tightens at the thought of losing your focus. Women rarely feel this unless they are emotionally open to a man. This is not about control. It is about emotional attachment forming faster than she expected. She may also start seeking your approval in ways that seem minor, but are actually very meaningful. She adjusts her appearance when she knows she will see you, even if she never admits it. She watches your reactions closely, hoping to catch even a small sign that you notice her. When she respects you deeply, she becomes more thoughtful about how she presents herself around you. This is not about vanity, it is about connection. A woman does this when she feels drawn to a man and wants him to feel that same pull toward her. One of the strongest signs appears in her emotional openness. When she begins trusting you with her honest thoughts, even in small pieces, it means her defenses are lowering in a way that is hard to reverse. She may share personal stories, talk about what scares her, speak about dreams she rarely mentions, or express worries she normally hides. She lets you into the private corners of her mind because something about you feels stable, real, and safe. That access is never random. It is a quiet offering, an invitation into her inner world, and one of the clearest signs of emotional desire. There comes a moment in a woman's inner experience when her attraction stops being just a feeling and becomes an instinct. You will notice it not in what she says, but in what she allows herself to do around you. One of the clearest signs is how comfortable she becomes, showing you different sides of her personality. She does not stay in one role. Some days she is gentle and calm. Other days she is playful, teasing, or even a little unpredictable. This is not inconsistency. This is intimacy. A woman only reveals multiple layers of herself when she wants a man to truly know her, because deep down she hopes he will accept the full version of who she is. You may also notice how she positions herself near you. She finds small reasons to be close. Not close enough to make it obvious, but close enough to feel your presence. She sits near you even when other seats are open. She stands beside you when she does not need to. She leans in while talking, even if the room is quiet. Proximity is psychological. Women move closer to men they feel drawn to and safe with. Her laughter around you may change too. It becomes freer, lighter, less controlled. She laughs longer and more genuinely with you than with others. That open laughter is a sign of emotional release. Her guard is not just lowered, it is relaxed when she is with you. Then there is the subtle testing that often appears not to manipulate you but to understand you. She asks deeper questions about your values, your boundaries, your goals. She is not judging you. She is exploring whether emotional closeness with you feels right. When a woman studies your mindset with curiosity instead of caution, she is imagining what being close to you could actually feel like. One of the most overlooked signs is influence. Not control, but influence. She listens to your advice. She remembers your suggestions. She tries something you mentioned in passing. That level of openness is very personal. A woman only allows herself to be influenced by a man she respects, admires, and quietly hopes will matter more in her life. There is also a stage where she begins giving signals she is not even aware of, because her emotions start moving faster than her logic. She may reach out to you without a clear reason. She may create small moments just to talk. She may feel drawn to your presence even when she tells herself to stay neutral. All of this leads to something important you must understand. When a woman begins giving herself emotionally, she is taking a risk. She is watching how you respond. She is paying attention to whether you move gently or rush, whether you listen or dismiss, whether you see her offering or ignore it. If you miss these signs or push too hard, she may quietly pull back and never explain why. But if you remain present, calm, and emotionally steady, she feels safer opening even more. This is not about tricks or forcing attraction. It is about awareness. It is about recognizing when a woman is slowly opening her inner world to you and responding with patience and respect. When you do that, she does not feel pressured. She feels understood. And that understanding is what deepens desire in a way nothing else can. The strongest hidden signs often begin to show when she slowly starts sharing her daily life with you in small and steady ways that feel natural and unforced. She sends you little updates, not because she needs permission or validation, but because she genuinely wants to stay emotionally connected to you. She lets you into her routines, her habits, her quiet frustrations, her small wins, and even those random moments that mean nothing to most people, yet somehow feel important when she chooses to share them with you. These moments may seem simple on the surface, but they carry emotional weight. This is emotional integration happening quietly. She is gently weaving you into her world piece by piece, thread by thread, without making a big announcement or drawing attention to it. It happens subtly, but it is powerful and intentional. Another clear sign shows up in how deeply she responds to your emotional tone. If you grow quiet, she notices immediately. If something feels off with you, she senses it even before you explain it. She checks in with you not because she feels obligated or polite, but because she truly cares about your emotional state. Her intuition sharpens around you. A woman only opens this deeper emotional awareness with a man she feels connected to on a level she may not fully understand yet. You will also start noticing that she remembers the smallest details about you, details you barely remember mentioning yourself. Your favorite snack, a story from your childhood, a stressful deadline, a goal you mentioned late at night when you were tired and honest. This is not coincidence. This is emotional prioritization. She is holding on to pieces of you because you are becoming important to her. You are becoming someone worth paying attention to, someone whose thoughts, feelings, and inner world matter to her deeply. Then there is the way she supports you, often in quiet and subtle ways that are easy to overlook if you are not paying attention. She encourages you when you doubt yourself. She reminds you of your strengths when you forget them. She stands with you in conversations, validating your perspective without shifting the focus back to herself. She becomes a steady emotional support, offering grounding and reassurance without expecting anything in return. A woman does not do this for a man she sees as temporary, replaceable, or passing through her life. She does this when she feels a deeper pull, when she wants to invest emotionally in something meaningful and real. One of the most revealing signs is how she allows you to see her softer side and her weaknesses. She tells you when she feels overwhelmed. She admits when she feels insecure, uncertain, or afraid. She shares parts of herself she normally keeps hidden from the world. That vulnerability is not a mistake or an accident. It is an offering. A woman only opens her emotional core when she hopes a man will step into a deeper role in her life, not just remain on the surface or keep things casual. There comes a moment when her interest shifts from quiet curiosity into something deeper, heavier, and more instinctive. She does not announce it or label it, but you can feel it in the way she becomes emotionally aligned with you. When a woman wants to give herself to you, she starts matching her internal rhythm to yours. She adjusts to your pace of conversation, your way of thinking, and your emotional energy. This is not imitation, it is resonance. She is unconsciously creating harmony because she wants closeness without forcing it. You will notice she becomes more patient with you than she is with others. She listens fully when you speak without distractions or divided attention. She becomes more intentional with her presence because something inside her is quietly choosing you, even if she has not spoken those words out loud. Another hidden sign appears in how she begins protecting the connection in subtle but meaningful ways. She becomes careful about who she talks to about you, not because she is hiding you, but because she does not want outside opinions affecting what she is building emotionally. Certain moments between you remain private and almost sacred. She protects the energy between you and becomes more aware of how her actions might affect the bond forming between you. A woman only guards a connection when she sees real potential in it. When she feels you matter, she becomes careful not to damage the closeness growing between you. The deepest sign appears when she allows you to influence her emotional world. She may not say it directly, but she begins valuing your perspective in ways she did not expect. She asks what you think because your opinion truly matters to her. She adjusts her decisions slightly when your advice resonates with her. She becomes more open to growth because she sees you as someone who adds strength to her life rather than drains her energy. This level of emotional openness is rare and never given casually. It is a quiet way of saying she trusts you with her emotional well-being. Once a woman reaches this level of trust, she has already started imagining how deep a connection with you could become, even if she still appears guarded on the surface. These signs are not random or accidental.